Whoa. The fuck kind of planet have you come from? Welcome back to CDT everyone, it is me Ditto, and I'm here reviewing another car from the previous limited shop, the McLaren Solus GT. It's very cool, and as I mentioned in the, little small intro clip, it does look like it has come from outer space. It's a very interesting looking thing, and I like it a lot. It's also got quite an interesting story, because, this car was originally fictional. And I don't mean fictional as in, a concept car or whatever. I mean, it literally came from a game. See, this car is actually the McLaren Vision GT from Gran Turismo 7. But it's set to be turned into a race car. Well, a car, an actual real-life car, by 2030. That's quite cool. So, by that year, you'll be, maybe, if you're very, very lucky, seeing them on your street. Only you won't. It's not going to be road legal. It's supposed to be the fastest McLaren ever around race circuits, so faster than a Senna GTR, faster than a P1 GTR, faster than a 720S GT3. Although there is one car that will probably beat it. The McLaren F1 cars. Not the actual McLaren F1, but McLaren's Formula 1 racers. But they don't count. So this is actually a track-focused McLaren. It's always nice to see them. They've made quite a few. And you know what? Certainly feels like it's going to be fast enough to go around race circuits quick. Well, at least this CDT one does. In resale, these things were about 19 million. So, if you do happen to have got your hands on one, or one of the originals, you should probably know that it is quite quick off the line. Allow me to show you. Oh god. Wow, that acceleration is blistering. It's so bloody quick. I haven't felt acceleration this quick in a sub 20 million car for quite a while. So, performance, I'd say it's pretty much covered, especially since it will keep on accelerating all the way to 255. So, that's pretty bloody quick. It's actually supposed to be one of the fastest accelerating cars in CDT. So, that's a positive. And that's not the only positive, believe me. Because, believe me when I say this, but this thing corners pretty bloody well. It's so good. It just... oh, fuck. That wasn't the car, that was me. And a mild bit of it, lag. But seriously, you just point this thing at a bend, turn the wheel, or, press the button, and if your phone responds, which mine isn't, it goes. It's like it's on rails. And the best part is, unlike quite a lot of other race cars, come on, it feels good. Doesn't sound like it, because my phone is behaving not, but it is seriously fun. It's a great car. Although it is only single-seater, so, That's actually fine, because most of CDT players don't have any friends, so... Weight saving! See? McLaren practically developed this car for CDT. So, rear-wheel drive McLaren. Let's find out how good it is, sideways. Big, powerful, rear-wheel drive McLaren. Ooh. Rear-wheel drive McLaren. Should be interesting. It is. As it turns out, this thing's quite good. I like it. You've got to be, as I'm discovering, in between about 110 and 160. Because if you go too slow, you fishtail and tend to spin out. And if you go too fast, you've got to really start knowing how much you use the handbrake. See, look, it's going too slow there, and I spun. And then if I go this in like 100 and... Hold on. And then if I go up to this at about 210... I screwed that up massively. But, you know, if I go up to something at, you know, too much speed, I sort of tend to spin. Even then, look, 110, that was dangerously close to spinning. But, you know, you get to about 120, 110, somewhere around there, and you're pretty much good in the corners. So, all good at drifting, just as long as you know what speed to do. Just don't go too quick, otherwise you spin. It's like a Goldilocks drifter. So we've discovered that the Solus is good at many things. So how will it fare on the race circuit? Well, let's find out. We've finally got a rival again, because I've happened to record at the right time. I've got a friend in game. This time it's not our regular driver Oh, put my finger on the microphone. It's not our regular driver Bacon, but another friend of mine, Star. He's nice. And let's see whether I can beat it. Oh my god. Beat that Apollo Evo in this. And as it turns out, despite the supposed... Damn it. Despite the supposed similarities in performance, he's got me. Although, to be fair, I was performing better than him. But as it turns out, I am catching up quite a bit. No way. So despite the crash, I very nearly caught up to him. 40.2, that's a very respectable time for a crash. And I reckon if I hadn't done the crash, I'd have probably beaten an Apollo Evo. Although that Apollo is 1.5 million cheaper, so, take your pick. A car that is probably better, but more expensive. Or that very cool looking Apollo. In fact, both these cars are very good looking. Which leaves me with a difficult decision. I've just crashed it. See, while it may not be noticeable to you guys, I really like this car. I've fallen in love with it. It's just so good. That's a metaphor, by the way. Not actually fallen in love with it, but it's just such a great car. It's like sort of, it's got all the good things I want in a car. It drives nicely. It looks amazing. It accelerates like it's got a bomb in the back. It turns beautifully. But the best thing of all that it's got, it feels characterful. That's hard enough in a real life car, but in a games car, you know, something that's virtual, it's virtually, but impossible. And they've managed it. Somehow, they've managed to make this car feel human. So if you did get this car in the limited shop and you're thinking, oh, it's just some weird deformed McLaren, drive it. And I promise you, it'll change your mind. Now, one small thing before I leave you. I have a big announcement coming on Saturday. So you're going to want to see then. It's going to be coming out maybe 11 o'clock Saturday. BST, so British time. So, stay tuned for that. Put the notifications on and subscribe. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with a remastered GTI. And then at the weekend, big CDT update. And a big, channel announcement. So, good stuff is happening. Thanks for watching.